Lewis up top to Cole. Chalmers. That won't go. And the crowd so thrilled with the team's play right now, they're chanting Rasheed Wallace. That's probably the first, I'm sure it's the first chant he's ever heard at Madison Square Garden. That wasn't an ugly chant. And the crowd erupts. He will play his first game since Game 7 of the 2010 NBA Finals.
And let's face it, he gave us an all-time line. The ball don't lie, when free throws used to be missed after what he thought were questionable calls.
And there's the exclamation point on this one.
Wallace, the heave for a three, and oh no, that's going to count.
Rasheed Wallace will try a three. That's good. Wallace from downtown.
They stay healthy, they can definitely be a contender.
Well, they do. They have a training staff as Wallace puts up another three and knocks it in. Rasheed Wallace from way downtown. The crowd appreciative. He had a nice steal early. Rasheed Wallace. That's good. Rasheed Wallace. The exclamation point. Oh, nice feed to Wallace. What a perfect bounce pass from the rookie from Argentina. Both teams playing without their leading scores. Oh, nice feed. Wallace.
Rasheed backing his way on Howard, got a piece of it, and then turns and shoots.
Prigioni underneath Smith. Keeps it alive to Wallace, who sticks this straightaway three.
Here comes Smith across the lane, and then slammed in by Camby.
Duncan goes at Chandler, blocked by Camby. Knights intend to shoot. Hibbert, blocked by Camby.
Remember, March Madness made his money, man.
Perfect pass, Camby.
As the tournament returns to the Garden for the first time in 53 years.
There's a reason Camby's open.
Oh, what a nice catch from Chandler.
That's up by 3 as we come up on 2 minutes remaining in the first quarter. Now Wallace hits the three-pointer. We have a lot of veterans on the floor here.
That was being
receiving,
kind.
yes.
Yeah. 4 of the oldest 8 players.
Oh, the lob from Camby to Anthony. Here's Rasheed Wallace.
Well, he's a very good scorer, but what he has to grow into as Wallace knocks in a three.
Boston is at San Antonio. Two-man game, Rasheed Wallace with his own tip. Had a chance to talk with him prior to the game, asked him about the biggest adjustment as Melo gets loose underneath.
Wallace steps back and hits a three. Knicks have really struggled from downtown and now puts them back up by a dozen. His first field goal of the game. Novak almost put it in. That was a poor possession. Smith dribbled the whole time. And Brewer comes up with a loose ball. Nice feed to Wallace. Wallace with the lay-in. Ronnie Brewer has played one of his best games.
Tiago, blocked by Rasheed Wallace, shows he's still got the defensive net. Prigioni attacks against Mills. Wallace, who's made a few threes in his career. Carmelo Anthony to Rasheed Wallace. And Wallace, another three. 10 on the shot, 13 in the game. Kidd back to Wallace for 3 on the floor. Good splitter. And Rasheed.
He's as quick as anybody to the rim. Nice move by Prigioni. And then he gets it up to Camby. That was all set up by Pablo.
Of Steve Nash and Tony Parker and Darren Williams, all running screen rolls, and they would practice it all the time before they would take the floor.
Again, you're talking about one of the top 2 defensive teams along with the Memphis Grizzlies in the Indiana Pacers. That's what they hang their hat on, Frank Vogel.
Oakland guarded by Stevenson, who has played well, particularly at the defensive end. Here's Camby, it counts, and the foul. 2 early buckets for Marcus Camby.
Much longer. Rasheed Wallace looking to post up Young. Huge height advantage there. And an easy bucket for Wallace and a roar from the crowd. Ronnie Brewer, Rasheed Wallace, through all guys throughout their career have been defensive minded. Oh, nice pass. Wallace to Prigioni.
Did keep. Oh, what a pass! Kid to Camby.
Rasheed Wallace left alone long enough to contemplate and hit. And the Bulls just hammered him. Well, that three-point shot is not going. A lot of long rebounds and a lot of transition baskets for the other team, but that one's goal.
Numbers are pretty impressive.
Yes, they are.
Because it's not from the lack of defensive effort.
Wallace posting up. Wallace down low in the post. Randolph on him now. Up and under. Tough shot. Gets it to go. Rasheed Wallace yells out and one. It's his season high this year is 18. Nice feed. Oh, pretty pass. And Ronnie Brewer's
Not forcing anything, Mike, which is key in this game.
drives in. Reverse. Wallace with another block.
Got the step on Telfair and then found Camby, who had an easy deuce. Telfair.
And Marcus Camby, who has been hit by injuries, making his first appearance of this playoff series. Anthony on the drive and the tip by Camby.
Struggles defensively, Clyde, or rebounding, because the last thing you need to do defensively is get that defensive rebound. Oh, Prigioni gets it to Camby. And the Clippers.
Oh,
strong.
door.
Nice pass from Marcus Camby.
He was just waiting on Carlson to make that entry pass. Danger was lurking. Wallace rattles in a three. Look at that turnaround. Mayo made both free throws, so a 20-point game again for O.J. Mayo. In the lane, Rasheed Wallace got away.
He did a really good job in Atlanta, but it was always sort of under the radar because the Hawks never broke through and got to the elite level. But what he's been able to do here as Rasheed knocks down a turnaround jumper. Wade and LeBron on the bench as Rasheed gets that turnaround to go.
Felt this time around Bosch. And the tip by Wallace. And Eric Spoelstra is upset.
Nice pass from Camby. Martin fouled and won. Marcus Camby, who's had to play minutes recently and had his best game the other night in the loss to Portland with a pretty pass. Lucas has struggled the last couple of games, but he hurt the Knicks at the guard. Ross blocked by Camby.
And these are the lulls that they have offensively that really hurt them a lot.
And also Grant Hill. And they have one of the best young guards in the NBA coming off the bench in Eric Bledsoe. Off the glass, seen that a few times, haven't we, in his career? Rasheed Wallace. In the near future, we'll see Anthony Davis back on the floor for the Hornets. Blocked away by Marcus Camby. But a guy that led the league in three-point field goals last year, percentage-wise.
I'm just going to chalk that up to a bad battery. Rasheed Wallace in the game, and he makes his first shot.
J.R. Smith inside to Wallace for the slam.
And anytime the Magic have gone strong side, weak side against the Knicks, it's been effective.
The tip in by Rasheed Wallace.
Jumps out at you there, that alley-oop above the rim. Camby, who's a good high post passer.
Now has 9. He had 11 points in 10 minutes against New York back in that November game. Doing very similar activity tonight.
The Sixers reeling off 6 straight. The Knicks in search of Carmelo Anthony, but Wilkins has him covered. Sheed another 3, and down it goes. The boy in charge of Rasheed Wallace.